Yo, it's been a minute. It's been too long. It's been like I don't even know. I can't like December maybe. Like it's been a grip. Like I really been ducking this. Like I was supposed to been come on here. I've been having mad topics I want to talk about. Like I'm really bull jabbing for real. Like I don't know what's going on, but yeah, 3 months is crazy. Flash out. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, Cardi got album of the year. Cardi got album of the year. I'm turning emo off Cardi. Like, no, that is so turned. It's so turned. My favorite one on there it gotta be Rather Lie with the Weeknd. Smooth, smooth, trim. Like, Future is 40. Like, he should not be rapping like that. He's 40. Like, that don't make no type sense. Um, what else is on there though? Like the whole thing is Philly tough. And shout out young boy, free young boy. Yeah. Yeah, whole thing tough. I mean, it's just hits. Like Cardi did his big one with that. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I've been ducking this. It's mad things I be wanting to talk about for real. And like, I don't know, I be having the time, but I just find myself ducking, you know what I'm saying? So I want to try back in. Um, I just got off spring break. I ain't go nowhere. Stayed at the crib and like did business stuff and whatnot. But I hadn't seen one of my friends in a long time, and it's crazy to see how people have changed throughout the years and like how I don't know. I guess how their life impacted them differently from you. I mean, everybody goes through their own path, so everything is unique to everybody. No one has ever experienced the same thing because everybody's going through their own stuff, but whatnot. But it's crazy to see how I'm not gonna say you drift apart from people, but how just how like I guess how they change. Like obviously we're entitled to change and whatnot, but that doesn't mean all change is good, and that doesn't mean certain things should be done and certain things should be avoided and whatnot. But that brings you to my first topic of like my hometown friends versus my college friends. Like my hometown friends, like my real deal friends there, those was like my brothers for real. Like I got like four, maybe five people like this. We really locked in. That's mud. That's really my muddies for real. And like like they know me type. Like I'm locked in with them. Like I really do a bid for them. You call me, you say you need a band, I send it to you all that. You know what I'm saying? Like you need me, you call me, I'm like, you mean it's what's up? And it's like my college friends, it's like it's a whole different spectrum. And it's like they don't know me. Like I don't know, maybe it's the way we interact and it's the environment that we've come up in being as college is the common ground and whatnot. But I don't know, some things just don't feel authentic, and it's like even when you put your best foot forward, sometimes it's just not ultimately what you're gonna get. But I digress. But I think it's good to have a mixture too, because it's like your college friends is like the scholarly type and whatnot. But then obviously we all still human at the end of the day. So, but yeah, I feel like it's good to have something I need to branch out more with. I can literally count on my hands how many college friends I have, and obviously that's subject to me. But then again, I'm not gonna go out my way to fake friendships and whatnot. That's like probably the last thing I would do. No. But then on the other hand, my hometown friends, like the ones who really locked in with me, would get me, and like we have common ground. It's like that distance. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to see my peoples and whatnot. That's why I like going home, especially at spring break. I got to see my peoples and whatnot. That was good stuff. Um, yeah, but it really makes me question how life is going to be post college, and if I decide to move out of town after I graduate, or my friends move out of town. Like I always question, like, what's the what's friendship like in adult life? Because people become trapped in their lives, and everybody has their own stuff going on. And it's like, yeah, you feel like you should care about what other people's going on or check up on your people, but sometimes it gets the best of you, goes by you, whatnot, and it's like we're not gonna be here texting everybody every day. And I don't know, just you, I guess college, just carefree life, because life is gonna pick up and it's gonna get serious and whatnot. So I always think about that and how that dynamic is gonna work. Because at the end of the day, I feel like your partner, whoever you are with, who you love and whatnot, that's kind of like that's gonna be your next best friend, your person, someone you can always talk to and whatnot. But then again, you always want different perspectives and whatnot. You might not always want to go to that person for every little thing. So I don't know. It's something I always think of, and then just I don't know. The people I find myself engaging with at college, it's really specific things that we connect on, and then being in college, I think people think you have to fit in, and I honestly believe that's not the case. That's something I don't confide believe in, I guess, and especially me being like one of the few people who haven't like drank or smoked or be going out to parties and functions and bars and all like that's just not my thing. And I think there's a huge disconnect with me and some people, and that plays a part in it, honestly. Is I feel like that's one of the few places where you can really connect with people in a sense. So I don't know. It's something I thought of, and hold on, let me see. Let me pull up the screenshot. It says so. Some people just exist. It has a picture of saying no to drinking, smoking weed, and pills. Pills is crazy drugs. And it says you are boring as hell if you can't have fun without drugs. I'll probably put it like right here. And I really think we're in a time where people are so used to just consuming alcohol and drugs and weed and whatnot to cope with their daily life that like we're lost. So lost in that, and people become so attached to it that it takes over their lives. Like I seen one of my close friends who I grew up with start vaping and whatnot, and it just becomes part of his life and whatnot. And I don't want that for nobody, but he worked on that. That's mad respect for him. That stuff is hard to get off of. But like people have become so like in that. And it's like you can't have fun without it. Like there's so much stuff to do. And that's why I feel like I don't connect with people now is because the environments that I would see people who are in my age group, I guess, or common ground. I'm not in those places. Like I like doing stuff like going to basketball games, football games, trying different restaurants, going to different places and whatnot. Just experience life how you're supposed to and whatnot. And I feel like some people don't really tap into that at early teenage adult life. They just kind of more after and whatnot. And this is kind of like how they're getting by with the bars and drinks and parties and all that. But that's just not my thing. So I think that's why have I'm missing out of. But then again, I don't always use the best for it like I should. But it's trying to what I'm trying to work on in 2025. I have another one. Let's see. And then Miranda Cosgrove, like iCarly, she claims that she's never gotten drunk or smoked weed before. And like I don't think that's ridiculous. Like I feel like if anything, that should be more normal. Like we seeing people getting drunk and high at such an early age now. Like what? My mama will whoop like what? She would rock my world if she ever caught me doing something like that. And that's just something my kid. What? My kids will never, bro. What? Wait till you're an adult so you can make that decision by yourself. Like, no, bro, that's insane. I got, you know, I've seen people on TikTok and whatnot. I'm talking about kid rappers and all that. I'm talking about you're not even 15, 14 yet, and you're already smoking, you're already drinking. And we become too cool with like Don Julio and all that. People doing the little dance, people knowing different types of brands and whatnot. Like, I don't know. That's something that I don't know. There's certain I guess people don't have the certain values that they need to be. I don't know. Everybody's raised different and whatnot. But stay strong. That's all you can ever say at the end of the day. And bro, like this Luca trade had me in a shambles. Like, oh my gosh. And then Kyrie tore his ACL. That's something after tearing my own ACL, like one, I would never wish that injury on nobody, but like after you experience that, like going under the needle, get surgery and all that, just all bro, that's a lot. It's mentally and physically draining and to have to come back to that, especially being an athlete who makes their living off of their body, and you're gonna be away from your craft for an extended period of time. I wouldn't, bro. That's too much. I really feel like that's my favorite player, so I really feel him for even more. I remember, dude, I remember watching the finals at Walmart when I was working. I'm talking about I'm on the clock watching the games and all that. We playing the Celtics and now the whole team different. That's crazy to see. Now we got AD and AD played one game, then he hurt. Whole team hurt. It's crazy. Like he was just in the finals. I don't know how that happened. Used to be sitting in the break room watching it. Don't get me started on Walmart though. Like one thing, what's really crazy is like when I'm at home and I was working that job, like that job was not real. Like Walmart is not a real place. Like some people was cool, but now I'm beefing with an old head. Like, bro, like why are you on why are you on my nuts? Like, oh my God, don't get me started, bro. And I'm really trying in 2025, I'm really trying to work on being petty. I be trying to let it go, but it's like some people just like, don't take it there with me. Like, come on, dog. You 40, like, come on. Like, you an old head. I'm not hating on you for your job, but just like, leave me be. Like, and it be never that deep. Like, what? Always trying to, oh my gosh. What? Moving on, moving on, moving on. But really, I gotta get back on here. I had so much time during final season at the end of the winter semester. I don't know. I think at the end of every semester, there's always so much free time waiting in between exams and whatnot. And I just had a lot of time to think. And I think when I start thinking a lot, I think some of the thoughts can get negative, but some of the thoughts can actually be really reconstructive and whatnot. So I don't know. I just had a lot of time. Being alone. I think everybody needs to be alone with themselves sometimes. Maybe not alone with your thoughts, but you do need to be by yourself. You can't always be around people. Um, you need to decompress. You need to reset your body, reset your mind. Um, confide in yourself, confide in God. All that stuff to just I don't know, just be human, be you, because you came in this world by yourself and you're gonna leave this world by yourself. So that's something I just think about sometimes, and all that alone time. It was. It was eye-opening in a sense, it really made me think about going into the new year, like what did I need to do different and some things I need to work on and whatnot. Yeah, it was just I'm not gonna say it was a bad time. It wasn't a bad time. It was I think about how I'm gonna be in the future, like after college and whatnot, I'm gonna be by myself and who knows, I might be in California living on my own and if I'm alone and whatnot, like how would I manage like that 2 weeks without classes? Like I spent those a lot of time throughout the days and hours go by and time is crazy. So time passes when you don't want, excuse me, you don't want it to pass. It's wild. Um, what do I want to talk about? Mm, lately, it is what's today's date? March 15th. Last month was Valentine's Day. I had me a little Yamin, a little Valentine. I haven't had a Valentine in a couple years. I be hating on love sometimes. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. But yeah, it was a good little thing. I think one thing that I've seen lately is my friends going through relationships and whatnot and seeing them grow into happy, healthy relationships. I got a man's, I didn't see him through it all. He, you know, he wasn't always the best with women. He was dogging them. Let's keep it a beam. Like he was dogging them. I mean, they're just young, dumb, my man's changed his life around. He graduated, he got him a girl. That's really his wife for like I really respect the growth that he's had. He's looking into God more and all that. He's conscious of his actions. You know, um, then I seen some friends go through some toxic relationships and whatnot. I don't know, I pray for them. Honestly, I really hope I always hope that my people find their mans. I mean, my mans find their people, a person, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody deserves to be loved. Um, and I think that to really make it work, you have to give and you have to take. I've seen this on TikTok. It says, me trying to explain that when in relationships, you have to understand that you were both raised differently, which means you love differently, differently, react differently, communicate differently. The important part is that you both respect each other's differences and try to understand where one another is coming from. This is something I personally have struggled with, honestly. Like, I try to feel like my way is the only way, the correct way. I feel like I need to start listening more. I need to start just hearing another person out and understanding that we are raised differently, we come from different backgrounds and whatnot. I think one thing that I've seen in myself is that the women that I typically go after, they come from a more structured, wealthy background and whatnot. So that perception on love and how to go out through life and whatnot, it's typically different from mine, what I've seen. Um, so that's something I have to be conscious of because I mean my life wasn't perfect. So the way that I react to things, the way that I consume things, it might be one-sided, and honestly, that's something that I have to work on and also they have to be understanding of. And I feel like typically they have been, and maybe I haven't done my best to see things from their perspective as well. That's something I definitely have to take into account moving forward. But it comes with the territory and whatnot. So yeah. Um, this is cool though. This is cool. I definitely want to get back more into this, just to get my thoughts out and whatnot. Hopefully I'll take a huge gap in between again. Because I mean, this just chats, you know what I'm saying? But chats need to be had, and it is what it is. I'm gonna hit y'all though.